welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you had a good week in trading. We had another good week. I think we've got three in a row up now, so that's good. We've made up for the three in a row that we had down and some. So, really good week last week. NVAX was the main reason for that, and we want to talk a bit about that tonight. Focus is going to be on NVAX. I've been buying into that one, been staying into that one too, not selling anything, even though I've been up pretty high on it. I'm being hoggish. Of course, you know I speak about that all the time, about how hogs get slaughtered. But the way this thing's doing and the news that I'm expecting to come out and the position I'm in right now as far as the year goes allows me to be a little bit more flexible than I normally would be. I can break away from a little bit from that discipline because of the positions I'm in. And that's one of the things I talk about in those strategy videos too. You got to be flexible. So when things change, you got to be willing to change with them. One of those rules, of course, is buy low, sell high. Well, I'm buying high, so but it ends up being low the next day or so. So we're not too concerned about that right now. But it is on a run, and I'm still buying it. Building up my position, got a good size position in it now, and I'm probably going to be done for a while right there where I'm at. But I'm still expecting some news to come out about this phase 1 testing. So that's what I'm counting on that news to be good. And of course, it's a plus with the FDA information staying out there as well any time on that approval for their NanoFlu. That would be additional good news. I think I'm not sure that they filed for that yet. Even news about filing for probably get a little pop out of it at that point as well. So, but I do want to cut over, and I want us to take a look at what went on the last couple of days. I did buy both of those days. I bought on Thursday and I bought on Fridays. So I do want to talk about that a little bit as far as what I bought and where I bought at. So let's take a look at that and why. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Let's cut over to that chart. All right, here's the chart on NVAX, and I bought on both days, the 16th and the 17th. I want to take a look at those days. As you can see, here's the 16th. Had a pretty good day. It moved up pretty quick. By 10 o'clock, it was hitting somewhere close to the high of the day, very close to the high of the day. And you can see the price there. But at that point, right here at this high point was a 119.89 there. As you can see here, later in the day on the 16th, we're still the 16th towards the end of the day, it got all the way up to 122.16. All right, I still had not bought at that point. All right, then on as it started to fall back down, I did decide to purchase. I saw it drop down to here. That was 119.72. Then it started to go back up, so I bought in, and I bought in at 120.23. Okay, so somewhere up in this little area here, 120.23 is where I bought. All right, so that was right at the end of the day, as you can see there, 10 minutes before it closed. And that's what I've been doing. I've been watching this thing through the end, throughout the day and looking for good opportunities. So next morning, some news comes out. I think it was about, if I recall, I think it was the Moderna news that came out. But Novavax got a good jump too. They had some upgrades that came out. Some folks upgraded this to 132, I think, was one of the prices, and the other one was 155. So, and that actually came out on the 16th, but I guess the folks really didn't pick up on it until the next day. But as you can see here, the next morning, this thing shoots up to here, 133, and it keeps on going. It just kept going all day long. As you can see here, it just kept going. So I watched it throughout the day, and I noticed that it was holding that 38 level pretty good. You can see the 139 level, but I felt pretty good if I could get something around the 138 level. And so I got something towards the end of the day. It was around 138.50. So it would have been right in here somewhere, around 230. So when it got down to 138.50, I jumped on it and got me some there. It kept going up. It went back up towards the end of the day. As you can see here, it did close at 140, 140.49. It was up $20 a share, 16.79% for the day. And this thing continued to go up, and even after hours, it got up to 142.60. So after hours, 142.60. So even that 138.50 I bought was still up $4 a share. So good purchases so far. Now this thing could dip tomorrow, could dip Monday, I mean. So today's Saturday. So we're going to have a little excitement probably. If any kind of news is coming out, they may come out with that, either late Sunday night or early Monday morning. But something seems to be going on. And here's another thing I noticed too. The volume was picking up. As that volume picks up, that's always good when you see that volume going up. But so I was watching that volume very close. On Thursday, we had pretty normal volume. It wasn't anything spectacular. But then you could see early Friday morning, it was really jumping on the volume. So I went ahead and saw that to me was meant the big boys were coming. The big boys were in there. So let's take a look at that. I want to show you that. You see the big volume spike right here. This is the big volume spike that morning. So right away, within 30 minutes, we are up 3 million shares on the volume, I believe it was. Let's go back here and let me show you what the normal on that was 9 million, 9.8 million. It wasn't, anything crazy, but 15 million shares is a pretty good bit above the normal. So that kind of indicated to me that big boys were playing, and I could see it if you just were watching the stock price. You could see it. Anytime they got interested in it, the thing started going up. So that's one reason I'm jumping in on this and trying to build up that position, because I feel like somebody's got some info that we don't have yet. I always say the big boys, and I don't know who they are, but there's some people that know more than we do. And it always seems to be that, us retail investors, regular folks like me and you, are the last ones to find out anything. So when you see volumes picking up, that means there's some kind of news out there or some kind of news coming, and somebody knows about it. Now, sometimes I've seen this in the past, so it's not always a great thing, because I have seen things go this way, where they drive up the price of a share, and then this news comes out and it's not good news. Okay, and so they've driven up the price of the shares, they've sold out, and then when the bad news comes out, you're stuck holding the bag. So it's not always good, but a lot of times it is. So I'm assuming that it's going to be good. Now I can be wrong. I can be 100% wrong, and this thing dropped like a rock for some reason. Okay, so you got to go with your gut. Sometimes I'm going with my gut, and so holding on to those shares. I'm being a hog. I really think that this is going to turn out well, but hey, I've thought that before and it not turn out well. So, it's a hit or miss sometimes, but I'm leaning towards a hit this time. So, but I wanted to jump on here. I am going to be out of pocket next week, and didn't want to jump on here and make a video, but I'll be back on here next Sunday night, not tomorrow night, but the next Sunday. And we'll recap the week and see what happened there. I may or may not still have this NVAX, just depending on how far it runs and how quick it runs. I'm way up on it right now. I forget the percentage, but really, double-digit percentages on this one right now, and I've got a good stake in it. So it wouldn't hurt me to sell it and get that cash back on the sideline. We are at 32% cash now. So we did come down a little bit from the shares we purchased, but sitting pretty good on the cash, sitting pretty good with the stocks. Got some winners we're sitting on right now, just trying to get 6% out of some of the others. And other ones we're just waiting for them to pull back up. But just wanted to check with you. I hope you had a great week of trading last week, and I hope to see you Sunday night of next week. Okay? All right, well, have a great week of trading. We'll talk to you then. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking this button right here. Thanks. Bye.